So next speech is from me. A little bit about myself. My name is Jenks. I'm from Filecoin Foundation. My role is quite unique. It's called developer advocate. What that means is I market and I teach, educate developer about IPFS and Filecoin technologies. These are not just IPFS or anything that is related to Filecoin. If it is in the ecosystem, if it is a tool set that can help with pushing Web3 agenda forward, it is my duty to advocate to developer communities. Now today, on behalf of two teams in our ecosystem, one called Filecoin Saturn, the other one called Titan Network, I'm presenting for them because they physically are not able to come here. So before we go into the main features of Saturn Network and Titan Network, one of the things that I want to introduce you is a business called CDN. Now it stands for Content Delivery Network or Content Distribution Network. This is a huge market currently. The estimated market size is $18 billion in USD, and by 2030 it is estimated to grow to $95 billion. That's a year-on-year growth of 23%. Some of the key players are Akamai, Cloudflare, Amazon CloudFront, and Fastly. The last company that I work for, Linktree, they actually is a big user of Fastly CDN to accelerate the website load speed for them. So these are centralized companies that has the duty of bringing the content closer to where the users are. So for example, if someone in America wants to consume something in Central Europe, there is a distance for the information to travel through the fiber link, whatever it might be, or through wireless. It takes a long time to get there. However, if the content is already brought closer to the users, then the latency can be reduced drastically. The reason why you're watching YouTube videos really fastly, the reason why you're watching Netflix videos really quickly is because of the CDN network. But there's a problem with it. So I live in Australia. I'm Chinese, but I live in Australia. And last year, Akamai had an outage in Australia. So what that knocked off was Facebook, Instagram, very important things. Also, a lot of government websites went down, along with banking systems. So the whole nation's economy stood still for a day. Because people are not able to pay via the FPOS machine or credit card machines, which is the primary way people pay for things. So this is because when we're using CDN, we're actually trusting our content in centralized entities like Akamai, Cloudflare, these companies. And when they have a fault, because the centralization nature of it impacts us a lot. But something else is coming. Crypto economy and also Web3 movement is coming. It is going against the centralized proprietary services such as centralized CDN services. We want to encourage a trustless, permissionless network so it can grow faster. Crypto networks grow a lot faster than traditional networks. And they're open source, so people can innovate faster. One of the solutions for CDNs is the proposal of decentralized CDN network. Using crypto economics to guide and grow the network, scale potentially millions of nodes, not just few nodes, like 60, hundreds of nodes in a world, but we want to reach to every single corner of the world. And it should be like a marketplace. It shouldn't need a centralized management system. So the Saturn team took on this challenge, and they're trying to build world's best, fastest, lowest cost CDN network. It intends to accelerate IPFS, Filecoin, Web3 content, and also Web2 content. This includes everyone's content, and it also includes everyone's hardware. It is designed to run on multiple levels of hardwares as well. It could be a consumer-grade electronics, or it can be run on enterprise-grade commercial service. And the most important part is also anyone can earn. So this network is incentivized. The network runs its own economy and encourages the right behavior in the network. So introducing Filecoin Saturn. So how does Saturn work? We're missing a picture here for some reason, but I'll show you like this. So we all know that IPFS has its own network of content, and the Filecoin has its own network of content. The common misconception is that they talk to each other, but they actually don't. The ID system is different. It's a bit hard to have interoperable content between the two networks. What Saturn has introduced is a layer of middleware that cache content from IPFS and Filecoin, bringing it closer to the user. And it also talks to a network orchestrator, which has two jobs. One is to index content from both networks, so we know where it is. It's very difficult to figure out which content is where in a decentralized storage network. So that is the role of IPNI, Interplanetary Network of Indexers. And also the Saturn orchestrator will do a very important job to make sure that the players in the network is doing the right thing. They do have an anti-fraud system. So if some network operators start to serve bad content or content that are not honest, then it has a way to punish the earnings or reduce the reputation of the node operator. Saturn is live now. And you can run it. The advertised setup time is 5 minutes. It took me a little bit longer than that, but I did spin it up. On the day when Saturn Network was launched, I was sitting down in the audience seat and fired up my laptop and started with the Saturn Network. The developer experience is really great, but I haven't earned a lot of money yet, so yes, question?
You mentioned developers' experience really great.
Yeah.
But would you like to do an interactive session with Korean SPs who is running Saturn?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you mean right now?
Is someone running Saturn? Saturn network.
Yeah.
그러면 would you like to some
Yeah.
questions and answer about Saturn?
Yeah, sure, later. But I want to talk about the significance of this 5 minutes. So let me ask some entrepreneurs that is sitting right here. How long would it take you to start a new company that provides content in Korea? Let's say you have an existing business, you want to start a new business, register a company, hire people, and start CDN business. How long do you think it will take? There are a couple of entrepreneurs here.
What is the question again?
Sorry?
What is the question again?
Starting a new CDN business in Korea.
Yeah.
You laughed. This gentleman laughed. Okay, yeah. So it might take a while, right? But with a permissionless network, with the power of blockchain, we can spin up a business in about 5 minutes' time. That's the significance of it. It solves time to speed, time to market, and also it solves the trust issue that we have. Trust is very hard to build in the economy. It's very costly. So this is, in general, the significance of blockchain, and especially when a CDN, such a huge business, is powered by blockchain. This is what we're able to achieve. So and this is why my earlier statement about a trustless permission network grow faster, because there is no such paperwork involved. So Saturn Network growth for the last 18 months grew from all zeros to almost 5,000 point of presence around the world. And it serves 130 million requests per day. And the latency is reduced. I think the last time I checked was 300 or 400 milliseconds, which is horrible. But we are gradually increasing the latency. Actually, let me do something interactive here. If I go to, my colleague just told me about this site called explorer.saturn.tech. And this is interactive. Saturn, Turn. I can't spell. It's a bit hard to type with a mic on one hand. Yeah. So this is an interactive map of where the Saturn network points, nodes are in the world. It's interactive. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I want to find out how it's made. But let's go to Asia. Where do you want to check? Alan, where do you want to check? Okay, yeah. Let's check Republic of Korea.
So it means people is running Southern node.
That's right, yeah. So I think without checking the source, I think these are checking IP addresses, which there is a possibility of the node operator kind of masking or using IP addresses that is not from their place. But it will introduce, if you hop IP addresses, it will introduce latency. So we'll find that out very quickly.
How about Iceland and New Zealand, Australia?
We can do that next time. But South Korea is earning 41 FIL right now, and Seoul is earning 41 FIL right now. I think this is daily or monthly. It should be daily.
Okay.
Yeah, and then latency is horrible for a game. But for developers that retrieve from IPFS, this is good. IPFS used to be 200, 500 milliseconds.
Sure.
Now Saturn can increase it to 129 milliseconds. Pretty good.
Awesome.
You can't play video game, but it's good enough for a lot of applications.
The website is fancy.
Yes, it's all just front-end development. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Now going back. So I'll skip quickly. So if you're interested in Saturn, please scan QR code and find out its roadmap, or ask questions here if you have any. Best to take a picture of it, because I need to speed up to the next one. Yes, one question. Can we have the mic to Alan, please?
Jenks.
Yes.
I have a question for the certain networks, and still I'm looking for some risk line and service quality optimized for the fit to the risk line listing price and then calculate. So I have ordered many things. So when we provide a certain network by the 10 GB network, then it is full duplex only, right? It means
yes, upload.
The important issue is upload, right?
Yes, that's right.
Upload 10 GB.
Yep.
So normally when we raise the risk line 10 GB, then maybe sometimes below the 10 GB by the service provider. So then we have some penalty at the time, right?
Right now, the penalty and slashing mechanism has not been designed yet. So right now there's right now it is. But it will, in the future, the teams that are building this will building game theory designed mechanism to punish the bad players or whoever performs worse than its peers. So I assume, like, for performance, my personal view is in a well-designed system, you should reduce the incentive. So you get less earning, but for bad behaviors, you should slash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then how do you think about the normally 10 GB or much more high speed? Is much better, right? No, how about your suggestion? 10 GB over.
10 GB. The more the merrier.
Safer.
Yeah.
Safer.
Yeah. So it's all tied to earning. So if we go to get rid of this explorer.saturn.tech. There's a simple slider on the front end of the website to suggest how much earning you can get. Yeah, so you can dial up to 50 if someone pays a fiber link in their office. And as we can see, the storage needs is not a lot. 50 gigabyte would do because it's caching popular content only. Yeah.
That reward is also similar, like some pillbox reward, so it is become a shrink in the future. How do you think about it? So
right now,
many studies here and there occur that maybe reward is shared, right?
Yeah, right now it is. It's for the lack of a proper economic design, because we want the system to be fair and fault tolerant. and also with all the slashing and all that mechanism. So it's not designed right now. It's a simple pool, monthly pool that is sharing a amount of FIL to be paid out to the what we call Saturn node runners or retrieval clients, retrieval providers. And they're competing bandwidth essentially. So the more you serve, the more your earning is. Yeah.
I think this gentleman
Okay.
Indo, right? You hand over microphone.
Okay, great. Yeah, quickly. I have another team's
No worries.
thing to introduce. It's fine? Okay, I have more time. Yes, please.
안녕하세요. 저희가 올해 초까지 세턴 노드를 굉장히 많이 돌렸었는데 이제 세팅하는데 제일 힘들었던 부분이 그 네트워크를 이제 10G로 작업을 하는 게 제일 힘들었었거든요. 그래서 이 슬랙에서 이제 개발자랑 대화를 하면서 들었던 게 이제 기가빗 네트워크에서도 이제 가동을 할 수 있게 돌릴 수 있게 그 작업을 하겠다고 그렇게 얘기를 들었는데 그거는 언제쯤 될 수가 있는지.
So he's talking about bandwidth, I guess, like 10 giga
Yeah.
per second.
Upload, yeah, BPS. Yeah.
To high request for like data center. 맞죠? 질문이 그 bandwidth가 So is it possible to run with the lower bandwidth?
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. So Saturn's architecture only show the L1 over here. There is another layer called L2 layers. They're designed for personal computers or something even lower. There is a software called Filecoin Station. And this is a desktop software for anyone to install. And you can start working on Saturn. It's essentially a Saturn L2 network, but it does a lot more. And this is designed to run on your computer, essentially. So imagine the benefit is if the content is cached on your laptop, and if someone in your family that is connected to your same Wi-Fi network, IPFS technology is designed to work over Wi-Fi as well. So serving a content from computer peer-to-peer is going to be theoretically faster than getting it from a centralized CDN network. So that's the kind of ultimate use cases of this. Yeah. So there is a layer 2, yeah, that is designed for lower grade equipment.
그러면 지금도 그 기가빗 네트워크에서도 세턴을 돌릴 수 있다는 그런 말씀이실까요?
Is it? So can I run the Saturn node with lower than 10 gigabit network now?
It's not designed for that, but you can run it. And in fact, I'm running it in my machine right now. But you need to open your ports, so at least the HTTP and HTTPS ports, to be able to make it work. And for less than 1 gigabyte, for example, upload speed, you're not getting much earning. So, yeah.
Lower speed, lower.
That's right. So the idea is that apart from storage, which is very expensive, the bandwidth is also very expensive in the IT business.
Yeah.
So we're trying to solve the bandwidth problem here. Yeah.
What is it trying to solve?
The CDN business solves it. Yeah.
When we are doing like that kind of specification configuration,
Yeah, do you wanna-
we cannot guarantee about the quality.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I understand.
So the question, Alan's question is, how do we ensure the quality of the service?
They have some collateral or something like that. Pretty cheap.
Makes sense.
There is also, so this is not a promise from Saturn team, but there was discussion of a reputation system. And possibly, if I were to design it, I will have a staking mechanism in there as well to make sure honest players that have some financial incentive to keep doing the right work. Yeah, that's right. So I would like to introduce the next.
Titan, right? You still have Titan to introduce.
What? Sorry?
You still have
Yeah, Titan network to introduce. Yeah, that's right. That's the next segment of my talk. I will just use this. The Titan network. So Titan network is made by a company called New Web Group, They are a community ecosystem builder, and they also they are also a SP business in China. So Titan Network joined the program called Retrieval Market to build a alternative CDN, decentralized CDN network. Now they have done some substantial level of development already. You can think of it as a competing product as Saturn, and the more the merrier, or you can think of it as a complement product to Saturn Network because they also want to serve IPFS and Filecoin content. How Filecoin ecosystem work is, as long as you're working on the same goal, like a lot of DeFi protocols, we encourage participation because we all want to push forward the Web3 agenda. Now, Saturn Network has a lot bigger ambition than Titan Network has a lot bigger ambition than Saturn. They intend to become a Web3 cloud service platform, not just providing storage and caching content for the users. They also want to do compute on top of it and provide a lot of tools that developers will need. So they are trying to win the market by creating very user-friendly interfaces and tools, very simple data interchange, so the architecture is designed to be simpler and economically efficient, the design of it. Yeah. So this is one of the interfaces that I have created. It's in prototype phase, but it shows that they can deliver a well-polished product that normal storage provider or retrieval providers can install on their machines and start essentially a private cloud business for their customers. So I know there's a lot of buzzwords in the development world about Dockerization and using a lot of fancy tools such as Kubernetes, and I don't even understand what Kubernetes is. But by the end of the day, most businesses just need virtual private service, right? To run a website, to run a small web application, serving maybe a few thousand users. And VPS is actually a hard demand from many small to medium businesses. One of the Titan Network's ambition is to empower storage provider and retrieval providers to spin up VPS servers that their customer can purchase. The core objective is not just to serve Filecoin ecosystem or Filecoin's clients. They want to serve all Web3 clients that has needs for data storage, data retrieval, and computation. And also, they would like to serve Web2. Let's face it, most clients these days has not realized the issues with centralization, and is a very hard sell to them. So we need to make the system as close as it is to Web2 systems, and Titan Network also intend to serve Web2 customers. So on the front end, it has no difference to the users. And their ambition is to support 1,000 Web3 projects as soon as possible. So that's all of my talk. If you're interested in any of the project, feel free to reach out to them or come to me. And I'll be around till quite late today to answer your questions.
Thank you, Jenks. Thanks.